Hello, my name is James Walker, and I'm president of Watchman Fellowship. We are an apologetics ministry, meaning defend the faith. And what we do is we provide research, analysis, and outreach in the area of new religious movements, cults, the occult, controversial doctrines, practices, and spiritual leaders. And we're coming from a traditional evangelical Christian perspective. And one of the things we do is help Christians to be able to understand and reach out to people of other faiths. So if you know someone who's a Muslim or a Jehovah's Witness or a Latter-day Saint, Mormon, if you know someone who's involved in the Wicca, Church of Scientology, atheist, agnostic, we're here to help you try to understand that worldview and have some strategies to build a bridge, a friendship, relationship, and to be able to ask good questions, share the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm really excited to tell you about something new that we've got right now called the Watchman School of Apologetics. We've got our very first course. We have a special that we're making available for that as well. And what we're doing is we are going to give you a little sample of that, a little 6-minute sample in just a moment. But let me tell you about the course. What we do in making this available is we have a Watchman School of Apologetics. And let me just give you a little piece of that right here. Let's see if I can show you that. If I can make that available for you. What we do on the Watchman School of Apologetics is we have getting started here, a course that is called Jehovah's Witnesses, Understanding and Reaching Them in Love. And some of the things that were included in the course is 13 sessions, very short videos. These were all recorded at Criswell College as part of an apologetics course that I was teaching there. They range from 3 or 4 minutes per segment up. I think the longest one was maybe 12 or 13 minutes. There are some optional quizzes if you're into that kind of thing. There's a certificate of completion when you get through, and I just kind of wanted to give you a feel for what that's like and show you maybe a sample lesson and tell you about the special that we're offering. Now, the course is normally going to be $45, but today only, midnight tonight, this ends, we're making it available for a donation of any amount. So I think the price is right on that for you to try it out. But let me kind of give you maybe a kind of sample of what that's like, let you take a look at that. See if I can get back over there on that and show you. Just give me just a second. And see if I can get that for you. Just a second. Here we go. So here we are. Well, welcome to this session. We're going to talk about today Jehovah's Witnesses, specifically about techniques, methods, strategies of how we can build a bridge, how we can share the gospel with our Jehovah's Witness neighbors or friends. Understanding and Reaching Them in Love is the title of this particular session. And we've all had the experience of the Jehovah's, most of us probably have, the knock at the door, and you go there and there are two well-dressed Jehovah's Witnesses with satchels in their hands, briefcases, and they basically have a magazine for you. How many of you have had that experience in Jehovah's? Have any of you not? You've never gone to the door and that's never happened? Gabrielle, not to you? Give me your address and I'll make sure that I'll get that to them and let you experience that. I thought everybody had that at some time or another, but if you've had that knock on the door, sometimes they come at an inopportune time or you don't know exactly what to share. And so we want to talk about when you go to the door of the two Jehovah's Witnesses, what can you do? How can you build a bridge? And reaching our Jehovah's Witness friends by speaking the truth in love. Sometimes they come at an inopportune time or you don't know. I've talked to many, many Jehovah's Witnesses, as you can imagine, over the years. And one of the things I'm kind of curious about when I talk to a Jehovah's Witness, I always try to work it into the conversation. And later in the semester when we have a Jehovah's Witness guest in, you might ask the Jehovah's Witness this yourself if you're interested. I'm interested. I always want to know what happens when you knock on the door of a Christian. You know, what happens? What's the average response when you knock on the door of a Christian? So over the years, I've asked probably maybe over 100 Jehovah's Witnesses, I don't know, but I've asked a lot of them, and I've kind of put together an informal list of the top 10 responses when a Jehovah's Witness knocks on the door of a Christian, what does the Christian do? So there's kind of the top 10. I won't give you all 10 of them. Let me just give you the top 2 responses when a Christian answers the door and there's a Jehovah's Witness there. The top 2 responses. The number 2 response, apparently, is to pretend that no one is home. Now, I don't know where we developed that strategy from, but it seems like if you're real still and don't move. Now, first of all, they always know you're there. They say, well, we know they're there. We see the car. We can see the lights on, but they pretend that no one's home, and so after we knock a few times, we go to the next door. But the number 1 response might be even worse. The number 1 response, apparently, when a Jehovah's Witness knocks on the door of a Christian, is the Christian comes to the door, opens the door, and says, I'm Christian and I'm happy. And, of course, they say they don't sound very happy. So what we want to do is talk about, is there a better way, a better strategy? How can we speak the truth in love? Well, there's a right way and a wrong way to do anything, and such is true on trying to talk with a Jehovah's Witness. There's some right ways and there's some wrong ways. I remember hearing a number of years ago about a Christian who was wanting to witness to Jehovah's Witnesses, and so he thought he knew what to do. He had learned enough to know that Jehovah's Witnesses, as you in your reading have already learned, I'm sure, Jehovah's Witnesses do not believe in saluting the American flag. It's against their religion. They can't do that. They're totally opposed to singing the national anthem or pledging allegiance to the flag. So he thinks he knows what he has a strategy. Once he learns this, he goes out to Walmart and he buys the biggest American flag he can find. And he thumbtacks the flag to his living room wall. He's just waiting for the next Jehovah's Witness to come by. Well, it doesn't take long, does it? And sure enough, it was only a couple of weeks later, and one of the ladies comes by, has that briefcase with her, and she knocks on the door. Well, she doesn't realize he's ready too, because he's now prepared, he's ready to go. He opens the door and he invites her in. He says, lady, salute my American flag and I'll buy everything you have in your satchel. But you can't do it. She said, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. He said, whoa, whoa, whoa now. He said, I have already learned. I have researched you. I've looked on Wikipedia. You guys don't believe in saluting the American flag. The Jehovah's Witnesses can't do that. She said, Jehovah's Witness, sir, I'm the Avon lady. What I'm saying is there's a right way and a wrong way to do anything. So we want to talk about some right ways. And there's 2 kinds of situations you're going to have. And I want to kind of cover both of them in this class. In some cases, we're going to spend a couple of class periods on this. Sometimes you're going to really have some time to sit down for an hour or 2. And I'm going to talk about several approaches using the Jehovah's Witness New World Translation. We're going to talk a little bit about an approach called the dating game, and I'll explain that to you. I have some class notes on that. But sometimes you're not going to have an hour. You're not going to have 90 minutes. You're not going to have even 45 minutes. Sometimes when they come to the door, you're on your way out of the door, and you only have a few minutes to talk to that Jehovah's Witness. So what are you going to do if you only have, let's say, 3 minutes at the front door? That kind of gives you an idea of what that might look like. You can take that class. That's just that first lesson. We have 13 in all. Including that, we have a download documentation guide, about 23, 24 pages of photocopies directly from the writings of the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society to document what we're talking about. So if you're sharing with the Jehovah's Witness about one of the false prophecies, they go, well, I've never heard that before. That was never in our magazine. And you could go, actually, I've got a copy right here to show you. And we kind of work you through page by page of how to use that. Again, the 3 quizzes are optional, and you can retake them as many times as you want until you get the grade you want. Now, my actual students at Criswell College would have loved to have that option, so I didn't let them do that, but you have the option to do that. We're wanting to encourage you to do better than just pretend that no one's home when you get the Jehovah's Witness knocking at the door. Some of you I know have family members who are Jehovah's Witnesses, or maybe coworkers, friends at school, neighbors, and we want to prepare you. If the Lord opens the door for you to be able to share, we want you to know what to do if you only have 3 or 4 minutes, but also if you have an opportunity to share for an hour or 2, we're going to give you some documentation, a plan, a strategy to be able to share with that Jehovah's Witness by speaking the truth in love. And so I want to encourage you to
take the course. It's normally $45, but what we're doing for any donation. Now, you know, we're hoping you'll be as generous as possible when you do that. But the bottom line is I do not want the money to stand between you and trying out this course. So to do that, we have a link for you in the description down there to go to watchman.org / and then JWS, Jehovah's Witnesses, that's JWS. So watchman.org / JWS. Put that in there. That will take you to where you can make a donation, any amount, get full access immediately to the entire course, Jehovah's Witnesses, Understanding and Reaching Them in Love. Then give me some feedback. We'd love to hear. Now, this is new for us, this School of Apologetics online video-driven short lessons. This is new for us, but give us feedback. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, suggestions. If this goes well, we would like to maybe offer some additional courses, maybe on understanding and reaching Muslims or atheists, or online course on how to reach somebody involved in the occult, maybe to the agnostic atheist. We want to be able to have some other courses. So give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. Use the comment lines below. You can do it that way, or you can just fire me off an email, jwalker@watchman.org. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to hearing back from you. God bless.